Avoiding your unfinished home projects because you're not sure where to start? Thumbtack knows home so you don't have to. Don't know the difference between matte paint finish and satin? Or what that clunking sound from your dryer is? With Thumbtack, you don't have to be a home pro. You just have to hire one. You can hire top-rated pros, see price estimates, and read reviews all on the app. Download today.
How does F1 turn data into insights at 200 miles per hour? AWS is how fans get inside the strategy. AWS powers next-level innovation for millions of businesses.
Hi, this is Robert Mays from The Athletic. The new Peloton cross-training Tread Plus is built to take your training to the next level. I've had a Peloton for the past 5 years. It has completely changed the way that I work out. It's completely changed my relationship to exercise. It's in our basement. I use it virtually every single day. I'm a huge fan of the platform. I'm a huge fan of the library of classes that are offered. I cannot recommend the program enough if you're looking for a way to change your workout routine and really lock in to improving yourself physically. Powered by Peloton IQ, it plans your workouts, tracks your progress, corrects your form, and gives you real-time coaching so you can push harder and see real results. And with its swivel screen, you can go from running to strength training with one smooth spin, keeping your routine balanced and your body ready for anything. Let yourself run, lift, flex, push, and go. Explore the new Peloton cross-training Tread Plus at onepeloton.com.
Welcome to episode 88 of Winging It. Not the sponsor. We should have reached out. They should have sponsored us for this episode. Cockfighting.
I was
All
going to say,
of the
not
profits.
not the cockfighting bit.
I mean, we could... No, don't worry.
That wasn't them, was it? Wasn't the cockfighting the old ones? Man bet?
Fit G Jujar man bet.
Yeah.
That's how I read that sponsor.
I don't
anyway.
remember.
But yeah, isn't 88 a lucky number in China? Something like that.
It's been pretty lucky for us.
Mm. Anyway, we're back.
Well rested, clearly.
Yes.
Well prepared.
Hesketh and I were on holiday last week. No, sorry.
Whoa.
Oh dear.
Blasphemy.
Absolutely not.
Albert and I were on holiday, not together, unfortunately.
Look, we weren't cockfighting on holiday.
Don't cross the streams that you got.
I think we all know who'd win that one.
Ian Botham. So, Albert, you were in Italy, and
Yeah.
you went and saw Lecce against Napoli.
Yeah, we were. Our trip started in Naples, and whilst we were there, Napoli were playing, but they were playing away from home in the Champions League, so that was a bit annoying. And then we were very much sort of going across the southern area of Italy, and we were sort of coming into our final stop, and I was like, all the Serie A teams I can name are very much north. I wonder if Napoli's still the closest team. And I looked, and Lecce popped up on the map, and it was an hour away. And I looked at their fixtures, and OMG, they were at home to Napoli. So it was sort of destiny, and we were going to go to Lecce for a day trip anyway, but a friend of the pod, Carl, I asked Carl where's good to get tickets, and he was like, just go to this little shop that looked like it's like a post office. So just go there. I went in and walked out at lunchtime with 4 tickets for about €70, and took Joe and the kids, and found ourselves right next to the Napoli fans. Luckily, they won.
Yeah. Well, didn't Lecce miss a penalty as well?
Lecce missed a penalty. They would have gone 1-0 up, missed it, and we were just under the upper tier, and it started raining plastic beer cups, which the kids thought was hilarious. And then it could only been about 10, 15 minutes later, and they brought on Scott McTominay, who was the difference He didn't score, but he was on the pitch. I mean, I thought the HF like a smoke bomb, but there was times where I literally couldn't see what the fuck was going on down the other end. It was pretty mad, but it was great. Proper stadium as well.
I was in Belgium, and I've got to open this. I bought a Belgian beer back, but it is still called Junk Juice, Juicy Junk, Juice Junkie.
Oh, yeah. I thought we said we weren't going to do the cockfight. No, never mind.
But I had this while I was out there. It is good. It's lovely.
Come on, what is it?
It's a Brussels beer project, New England IPA. Very simple.
I'm confused. Where's it?
I can't.
Juice American
Junkie
or
is a full-on chewy, hazy tropical bomb. Loads of fresh hops. Drink fresh. Chewy.
I mean, you don't even come back with a fucking Leffy like the rest of us. No one even likes that.
So there's a bar opposite where I work, which does Leffy. I didn't even know it was pronounced Leffy. That's how bad I am. And whenever they pour it, it's like half the glass is foam or whatever head, and they're like, it's supposed to be like that. Well, I don't want that. I'm paying for half a glass of beer here.
Is it? Sorry, mate. Is it? Can you tell me? Is it chewy? No, no, not interested.
Then get it gone.
Yeah.
Yes, but I had a very interesting time while I was there. Unfortunately, I was working during the days, but on the Tuesday evening, I went to Dender. No, I really was. I had too much to do. I went to Dender FC against Royal Olympic Charleroi.
Big game.
I could count the away fans.
Nice.
There were 37 in attendance, of which probably a third of them were of one player's family, because when they came out for the start of the game, they all rushed to the front and was waving to one player. There was, it must have been maybe 1,000 in attendance tops, but top flight game, cup game, but 2 top flight teams. The standard was, I went to AFC Croydon on the weekend before against Herne Bay, about the same standard.
Jeez.
How Danny Munoz sat in that league for as long as he did before coming to England and being the best right back there is in world football, especially now after what's happened to Hakimi tonight. that's a bit harsh. But incredible that he was in that division and improved and become a good player, because my God, they're shocking.
Wow.
Charleroi went 2-0 up. The home fans are singing in English, firstly, shame on you, because they are bottom of the league with no wins this season. So it turned out they did win. So the fans had to sort of eat their words after you're singing, shame on you, we're fucking shit. And you're nothing special, we lose every week. Nice. In English, which completely baffled me. Before coming
Are either of these teams in the Conference League?
No. But yeah, Dender would score, pull one back. Charleroi went down to 10. Dender then got a 90th minute equaliser. I want to say limbs in the home end. It got a little bit rowdy, but yeah, far from limbs. And then sadly, they peppered the goal for the 6 minutes of stoppage time, couldn't get the winner. And then, of course, scored the second minute of extra time and then went on to win 4-2. But apparently, the now Manchester United goalkeeper used to play for Dender. I think that's their most famous player. Yeah. And then Wednesday, went out and watched Liverpool Palace in an Irish bar in downtown Ghent. And
drinking an American Belgian. The man of the world.
I ended up having 7 pints of Guinness, which wasn't too wise. But it was full of Liverpool fans, obviously. So it was nice to get one over them. And then halfway through, the entire cast of the Lord of the Dance came in fancy dress.
I mean, how many pints of Guinness have you had at this point? Are Because I think I've seen him looking around as well at times.
It was very bizarre. Very, very bizarre. As I said, there was a lot of slaggy cats. Girl dressed as a slinky.
How'd you do that?
Well, she had a slinky around her neck, an actual slinky, and then she had many hula hoops. Like, she was taking up so much fucking room in the pub, it was ridiculous.
She wasn't going down the stairs one at a time to go back doors, was she?
Well, given that she's...
No, Terence was, though, after the fucking 7 pints.
But yeah, very, very, very strange evening.
What were you dressed up as?
I can't... No, just a winging it podcaster. Shout out to Axel and I think his name was Quincy or Quinton or something. Quinton, I think.
Strong names.
Yeah. Axel and Quinton.
Yeah.
Mate, they sound like a absolute couple of rascals.
Yeah. 25-year-olds, they would like to me, what are you doing after this? I was like, I'm working tomorrow, I'm going home to bed. They was like, no, come, our favourite techno DJ's playing tonight. It's Wednesday. And I was like, oh, like, where's he playing? Oh, in this club round the corner. He comes on at 4:30 in the morning.
Well, given our track record of trying to find nightclubs in European towns, you might have got there just in time to see him come on.
Yeah, go back and listen to the Conference League Chronicles episode 2 for me and Albert trying to find nightclubs. It was, unless I didn't go, I just went home after the game. But, yeah, no, it's a great night
so
out.
Late. You could have gone to sleep and woken up really early for work and just popped in.
That's what I said. I said I've got more chance of going home, sleeping, and then meeting you there in time for the set before I start work. Anyway, apparently the clubbing scene's amazing in Ghent, apparently, according to Axel and his boys. So, yeah, shout out to those guys. He was Hesketh reincarnated, not even reincarnated, just...
Yeah,
It's just you. He was just you. Loves football.
Nice.
Loves wrestling.
Great.
Used to work in the music industry. I was like, what's going on here? I forgot to ask about comics. He did not look like Hesketh, no.
Fine, if he's 25, he looks like Hesketh. Poor fuck.
Something's gone very wrong.
Obviously, because he's better. Well, maybe not obviously, but he speaks French as well.
Yeah. Mind you, if he goes out raving till 4:30 on a fucking weeknight, he probably does look a bit old.
No, but anyway, great night and a great performance as well from Palace. I've seen some lovely stories, Albert, of Liverpool fans travelling many hundreds of miles from abroad to go to that game, and they're very upset with the Liverpool lineup. What do you reckon? Did he take the piss, lot?
I don't know. Whenever this happens, there's so much fucking discourse around it. You know, it's like he shouldn't have done it. He shouldn't have, he's like all of us. He's got a lot of games to play. You know, they're playing Real Madrid as we speak, which is less than a week after that game. They've played at the weekend. They've got a big squad, so they can rotate. We don't really have that luxury. And let's be honest, I know they've won it a couple of times in the last few years, but of all the things that these top 4, top 6 clubs are probably happy to gamble, it's the fucking League Cup. So if I'd have paid, I don't know how much tickets were, for Liverpool fans, but if I'd have paid a fair whack to go to it and saw that, then yeah, I might have the arse. But it's a squad game, isn't it? Let's be honest.
What was brilliant about it was in the pre-match, Federico Chiesa, who did play, said, if Crystal Palace wants to play long ball and long throw-ins, they are more than welcome to do so. Because we're going to answer them with high intensity and winning duels and trying to win. I don't know if you say this in England, but in Italy we say winning. Winning brings winning. So we want to win tomorrow. That is it. But what was fantastic is the first real big chance of the game was a massive punt down the middle of the park from Liverpool, and Chiesa missed it.
Well, he didn't want to score it because that's not what he said he was going to do.
It's not football.
I mean,
he said they're going to bring high intensity. The only high thing was the fucking squad numbers on their backs. It's like an NFL game.
Yeah, and that high ball coming down with fucking snow on it. Yeah, I mean, it was a bit of a weird opening half an hour. It took us a while to get going. Benitez makes a save from Chiesa. But then our beautiful football starts coming together, which makes them even more of a mockery of Chiesa's statement. And it's all sort of driven through Kamada, who plays a big part in both goals. Without Wharton on the pitch to play the quick forward passes, line-breaking passes, Hesketh, it was Kamada and didn't quite get it into Munoz, but it fell for Sarr and he starts owning Liverpool again.
Yeah, he does. It was a great ball from Kamada, and we started to see a few of those sort of runs inside, pulling defenders apart a little bit earlier. And obviously, I think the commentators were saying, "Oh, what about bad mistake from Joe Gomez?" It was a bit harsh, I thought, because it just sort of hit him. But if Munoz hadn't made that run and Dyche hadn't stuck the pass over the top, then it wouldn't have come about. But it was an instinctive finish from Sarr. You would expect him to score it from there, but right place, right time. And then he carried on from there. I mean, the second goal obviously was a thing of beauty. Doesn't matter who you're playing against. The way that we moved the ball for that was unbelievable. And the finish itself, at no point did I think that Sarr wasn't going to score that, which is how I feel about him, really.
Yeah. Let's get into the Brentford match later then. Then there's in between the goals, Nketiah goes down in the box, probably a bit too easy. Don't think it was a pen.
No.
But then Kamada into Sarr, little back flick to Pino back to Sarr, and there it is, his 7th career goal against Liverpool, 2 assists to throw in there as well. And I think can you guess, Albert, who's the only opponent he scored against more than Liverpool?
Aston Villa?
In one. Yeah, I think he's got 8 against Villa, maybe. Villa, more on Villa later. But yeah, it was incredible goal, and again, just making a mockery of what Chiesa said, the way we just sliced them open with beautiful football. And again, this goes back to Slot saying it wasn't long ball either when we tore him apart at Selhurst. So not really sure what he's talking about. Albert, what did you think of the red card? It's probably not much the ref can do there, is it?
No, it's not the worst crime you'll ever see on a football pitch, but it's a red card, and I guess that's the gamble you play when you put out essentially a bunch of teenagers. They're not necessarily as experienced or savvy and prone to be a bit rash. But yeah, a fair red card, but I don't think you can say it dramatically changed the sort of the course of the game. We were well on top at that point.
I think that was only that kid's second start for Liverpool, and he got sent off in the first one.
Yep, for the same foul, yeah.
Yeah. And then Pino finally gets off the mark in a Palace shirt. Lovely finish. Again, brilliant play from Palace to, pounce on Liverpool, steal the ball back. I think it was Gay, maybe, who stole it back. Yeah. And Pino, lovely finish. And he said before the game that his first celebration, if he scores, was going to be apologising to the fans for the mistakes he's made, which is probably people talking about going a bit over the top on the free kick he gave away against Arsenal for the goal, which is a bit silly. And, I've seen a lot of it come out recently, people like really raving about Kamada now, and you just think back to his start in a Palace shirt. Yeah. Pino is a million miles away from that. Like, you got to give these guys time. You've absolutely got to give them time. And as Glasner has said, he thinks Pino's ceiling's really, really high. And yeah, you just got to let him settle, and he's already, he's doing fine. So absolutely doing fine, and you can only imagine how good he's going to be this time next year. But
you don't get into the Spanish national squad if you're no good. I know football's more complicated than that, but you don't find yourselves in the Spain squad if you're shite. So I think we just have to, he's not. I don't think he's. It's been a couple of games where he's sort of faded off, but I would say he's faded off due to fitness levels, or he proper tears around and gives it everything, particularly in those first sort of handful of games that he played. And he's clearly got the talent, and he's putting the effort in. So it's he's got his first goal. So you like to think hopefully it clicks a little. It's going to start to click a bit more. And if Glasner's saying his ceiling's incredibly high, even if Glasner's a little bit wrong, he's still clearly a player with immense talent and effort, and that's what we want.
So only sour note really, another injury for Eddie Nketiah. Which is there any news, Hesketh, on when he's back yet?
No, but I think Glasner said it's not as bad as they thought it could be.
Okay,
but that could mean he's still out for a month. So I'm not heard anything more than that, to be honest.
Well, at least we've got an international break coming up, so that will swallow some of it, which is decent. Shout out to CPFC on Twitter, who gave us it's the earliest in a season a team has beaten the same opponent 3 times in 3 different venues ever in football.
Oh, that's a good stat.
Well, in English football.
That's a great stat.
Wembley, Selhurst and Anfield. 3 wins, 3 different stadiums, 3 different competitions.
Long ball FC.
Yeah, I saw a brilliant clip. I think it was a Brentford fan who made it with the whole Jason Bateman thing with the business cards. And when they were showing the business cards, and it's like it's like Brentford showing a 3-2, then it's Chelsea showing a 2-1 or whatever, and then it gets to the last guy, and he's got the 3 wins against them. Just fuck, so good. Yeah, so shout out to Brentford memes. Thoroughly enjoyed that. But of course, now this has led to what will be a ridiculous fixture pile-up in the lead up to Christmas, where I think we play every 3 to 4 days for about 6 weeks straight, culminating in us playing 3 games in now 6 days, is it? 7 days, something like that, with having to play. So they've put it on the 23rd, and as it stands, we play on the 21st against Leeds away.
Yeah.
Arsenal also play that day, and Arsenal are now trying to move their game against Everton. So the day we'd play Leeds, they're trying to get that game moved now.
Right.
And Glasner said, the standard for FIFA say it should be 72 hours minimum between games. So Arsenal kick it off and say, no, it's not fair. It should be where it should be. And that would mean we play 3 times in 6 days. It's just ridiculous. So it had to be moved. But
they've got a small squad, haven't they, Arsenal? So
well, I mean, they are ragged with injuries, though, aren't they? To be fair to them, they have got quite a lot of injuries in key positions. But it feels like you're being punished for being successful, and it's obviously a brand new problem for us. Like we've definitely in the past gone fixture plan up about the big teams talking about it. It's just like what it is. But yeah, 3 games. Arsenal saying we should play 3 games in 6 days is a joke, really.
Yeah,
I've never made that noise. Can I just say?
It is mad though. That I think Glasner said it. Like all of these governing bodies need to talk to each other beginning of the season because, not Palace usually, but it's not inconceivable that teams that are in Europe will also still be in cups, right? I mean, if you look at the League Cup, it's like Arsenal, Chelsea are still in it. They're all in Europe, and yet you still get to this point where it's like fucking. These teams are having to play every 3 days or every 2 days. On top of which there's summer tournaments, and then, we've got AFCON in December. They're just going to absolutely burn out, these players. So, yeah, I mean, I think the right decision, at least, was to move it from the original date to the 23rd. But it's still a bit shit, isn't it?
Yeah, weird. I don't know why it's not got... The 24th would have made more sense. I guess there's something to do with Christmas Eve, why they've not done
Christmas Eve? It's like Christmas Eve?
Well, it's the one that makes most sense in terms of then both teams get 3 days either side to their next games.
That's when I do my Christmas shopping, mate. And unless everybody this year wants a pie from Piebury Corner for Christmas, then it just doesn't work for me. So
get him a scarf with Mikel Arteta's face stitched on it.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see if Arsenal get their game moved. I assume we will try to do the same to get the Leeds game moved. But I guess people will already book travel. I don't know. It's difficult. But it'll be interesting to see if Glasner does sacrifice one of those games. I don't think it'll be the cup game. I think it will be a league game in there somewhere, I imagine. But yeah.
Away at Arsenal in the cup just before Christmas. Sound familiar?
Yeah. Well, he talked a lot about that. I mean, Parish was on Men in Blazers, along with Adam Wharton having been on Men in Blazers as well a couple of weeks ago. I don't fuck knows what's going on with Parish and that guy from Men in Blazers. They get every Palace player they want, or what the fuck's going on? They've had Glasner as well. Ridiculous. But he was on there saying, Glasner talked about being upset in that game against Arsenal in the quarterfinal last season with the players not having the real belief that they could win that, and saw that game as a turning point in trying to feed that belief into them, especially the way we ended with Nketiah pulling one back to make it 3-2, and then a bit more belief, we could have probably got that game over the line. And he reckons that helped towards us winning the FA Cup eventually as well, because it sort of was on the journey of changing that mindset. Talking of interviews this week, before we move on, I saw another one with Glasner where he mentioned again about him being a Bayern Munich fan. So shout out Vincent Kompany. They have won it. They've won in Paris tonight, haven't they?
They have. It's just finished.
2-1. So they've held on with 10 men for quite a while there as well. So a whole half. So fair play.
Long may that continue.
I saw that interview as well. And listen, we all know Glasner speaks really well, and he's, but what that interview in particular is like, forget his talent, forget what he's done for the club and the team. I just like to be friends with him.
Yeah, what a guy. Lovely bloke, isn't it?
Yeah, really. I mean, he's what a guy. So yeah, shout out. I'll join in the shout out, Vincent Kompany. Just need hammer him to continue the turnaround as well.
No, I don't think he'd take that job. Don't think he'd take it. But anyway, we then move on to Brentford. I still wasn't back from... Yeah, so again, I had to watch in Ghent, but this one I watched from home. And I think it was probably a couple of days before I was talking to someone now, I said that Jefferson Lerma's finished as a Premier League midfielder. And he goes away and has probably his best game in the Palace shirt. Yes, but brilliant win. I don't know what, like, on the TV, atmosphere sounded really good, but a couple of people in the stadium said maybe not. But on the TV, it sounded great. Is that just because where they got their microphones placed?
Can we just do a Guinness check at this point? How many Guinnesses you had at this point?
No Guinnesses. I might have had some of the juice junkies, to be honest.
Juice spunkies, whatever it's called. Yeah. No, the atmosphere. I mean, I'm in the White Horse, so it's it's never the most vociferous down there, but you really do notice when the Homesdale's and the other stands, but obviously it's all mainly comes from the Homesdale, and it was a bit like. It's like there's not many people here.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Yeah.
It had moments.
It did, but it was a bit flat. I think there were points in the game where we were pushing and it looked like we might score, where it went up, obviously, and then sort of at 2-0, and then Sarr has his chance, which we'll talk about. The atmosphere then was quite good. But I think as we sort of rode the game out, I hate to say it like this and be one of those people, but like fairly comfortably, it just sort of felt like it was fairly comfortable, you know. So yeah, the atmosphere wasn't what it normally was.
Okay, fair enough. I say it must just be where the microphones are placed, because it just sounded like Palace fans were singing all game long on the TV. But it was a weird game in that sense. It's like the first half an hour was 25 minutes. Not loads happening. You know, I think we had the free kick on the edge of the box. Sarr got away down the right, but Brentford had most of the ball, but just never looked like threatening at all. You know, obviously going into the game, I was, can't help but worry about that striker they've got. Is it Igor?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever his name is. Scoring goals, looks really strong, whatever, but just Maxence Sarr just made him look very, very ordinary. And the whole back three did really well in the game. I thought Chris Richards was excellent as well. And
I was going to just with Max, you can always tell how a game's going with how many times he does his like muscle flex, and he did it multiple times during that game. He was absolutely loving it.
He was feeling himself, wasn't he? He was
yeah.
enjoying it. But then all of a sudden we have, I think, and it's something we probably do quite well under Glasnow, is little momentum shifts in games, and we pounce on them, and then we make a lot happen in a short space of time. I think it's sort of spurred on by Kamada driving wide, and then we've got a lot of ball, putting a lot of pressure on them, really pressing high up the pitch, and then eventually we get the goal. But from a set piece again, lovely knocking from Pino. Lerma climbs high at the back post, Albert, and pretty impressive header from Ateta.
Take control of the numbers and supercharge your small business with Xero. That's Xero. With our easy-to-use accounting software with automation and reporting features, you'll spend less time on manual tasks and more time understanding how your business is doing. 87% of surveyed U.S. customers agree Xero helps improve financial visibility. Search Xero with an X or visit Xero.com/ACAST to start your 30-day free trial. Conditions apply.
How does F1 turn data into insights at 200 miles per hour? AWS is how fans get inside the strategy. AWS powers next-level innovation for millions of businesses.
Benteke-esque, wasn't it? Really,
Benteke.
Yeah. Again, I'm the wrong end to get a good look at it close up, but you could just tell from the sort of the angle that the ball came in and the angle that Mateta was at, and then the angle that the ball sort of went off. You could tell it was I think you might call it a deft header. Yeah, it was really nice. Don't really see headed goals like that very often, and not many from Jean-Philippe Mateta. So, another string to the bow.
It must have been the view you had. It must have been in off his head, right? You must have seen it was.
Yeah, it was like it went in slow motion, because, like, looking at the replay, it obviously went in quite quick. But yeah, from where we are, like I sort of stand directly behind that corner. He just got such a good contact on it, and the goalie didn't move. You know what I mean? Like, he was just stuck still. It was a brilliant finish. It was such a good, like, the more I see the replay, the better a goal I think it is as well, because he didn't just stick his head there. He guided it that way. Yeah, it was brilliant.
Can I just say, it reminded me at the time, but I've forgotten. But it's reminded me now that I know it's all been done and dusted. But the whole Zaha, my head's on fire over the Mateta comments. Why would I say that? Why would he mention my name? I don't watch a lot of Palace behind the scenes videos, right? I don't keep up with that. But I distinctly remember one where Zaha is on camera laughing at how Mateta tries to head the ball. Anybody else remember that? He's like, look at him, look how he jumps, look at him, it's ridiculous. Like,
so this is the whole thing, wasn't it? Where fans were saying a lot that he's shorter when he jumps.
Yeah, folds in half.
Yeah, and I think did Wolf actually say that? I think he might have said that.
Listen, if I can remember it, it definitely happened.
Yeah, completely forgot about that. Well remembered. The best thing is to remember it in context, though, while we're talking about it at the time. That would have been good.
Yeah, right. I'm 41. Give me a chance.
But it was a great finish. And we almost had an even better finish moments later with Sarr on his chest and then volleying just wide of the post. Impressive. But then we get into the it's already a bit of the Collins show. He's just, he's so funny.
I'm so glad you mentioned. I was about to have a fucking tirade. Please continue.
So, I just don't like. He seems to be so highly rated, but every time I see him play live, he's shit. I don't know how else to describe him. But go on, what's your tirade on Collins?
I've never, certainly outside the big clubs or whatever, I've never in my life seen a player continually moan, absolutely non-stop about absolutely everything. There was a point, like we'd all noticed it, and we were like, fucking this guy is... To be honest, to start with, I didn't know he was their captain. I thought Henderson was. So I was like, this guy's not even their fucking captain, and he's at the ref. But there was a point in the first half where Daichi sort of cut inside and had a shot that went wide. So it was obviously a goal kick. And Collins was going mental at the referee. I'm like, what the fuck can you be moaning about? It's a goal kick. Just shut the fuck up. And to be honest, I think the ref did get a bit tired of it. I actually thought the ref had a pretty good game for what it's worth. But like Collins just did not shut up for every decision. But it really pissed me off. Obviously, it was great that he then scored a deft header of his own in the second half. But my God, I've never known anyone to complain as much as him about so little.
Mm-hmm. The long throws, Albert, are becoming a bit more fruitful. They always looked a little bit dangerous last year, but we never really got anything out of them. But now we're starting to actually... Is that the third one we've scored from this season now? I would say Villa away, Liverpool at home.
Yeah.
And that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Might be another one in there somewhere.
Again, I mean, where I was sat, obviously Brentford were shooting towards me in the first half, and they had a couple of long throws from the, for all intents and purposes, the exact same spot where we later scored from, and it was a real stark difference. They had two or three from that side, and just going back to the the whole back three quality of that game, like we dealt with them so well. Mm-hmm. I think Lecce got to one really well. I think Chris Richards got to really well, and then Dino came out and punched one really solidly first half, and then second half it's like, right, it's our turn now from the exact same spot, and it's like, oh, it's in the net, thanks very much. Like, so yeah, it's another tool in the box, isn't it?
Yeah, did you say every team seems to be doing it now, almost all of them, and I remember seeing some stats earlier in the season going, the record is going to be completely blown out of the water for long throws. But yeah, every team's got one now. Hesketh.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's something you mentioned briefly about Lerma coming in. When I saw the team sheet, I was a bit surprised, just in terms of, his performances this season haven't been great. His passing's been absolutely shit, to be honest. But then during the game, you can see exactly why he's in there. Setting up the first goal, he's got the big, he's the opposite of Mateo. His leap is absolutely insane. But then his long throws are such a weapon, and thankfully we benefited from it. But there was an interview with Glasner who said, Lerma expected to play against Liverpool. And Glasner said, you're not playing in that because I'm going to play you against Brentford because you're the player we need in that game. And he was proven perfectly right, wasn't he? I think Lerma got man of the match, certainly deserved in my opinion. And it's another sort of tick mark for Glasner, showing that he knows exactly what he's doing in which game.
Yes, and so Collins nods it home. Lerma at least 2 fantasy football assists. I don't know if the second one counts as a real assist, but it almost goes 3-0 immediately when Sarr robs Collins of the ball. And it was, I love when the ball, like the crowd almost celebrating already as the ball went past the goalkeeper. Like everyone was like, yeah! And it cannons off the post.
None more than me, who put a very rare bet on for Mateta to score, Sarr to score, and for us to win 3-0.
Oh.
Yeah. Moving on, though.
How, when he had that shot, because from our end, obviously I'm down the Homesdale, sort of the defender and the goalie were in the way of the actual goal. So when he hit it, it just looked like it was going in until it hit the other side of the goalie. How was it from your end?
Well, I'm the other side of the goal, so from my angle, it's like, yes. I mean, I was up, put my chips down and everything. I was up. Oh, wow. Here we go, and then it didn't happen. And then I said a word that Bernie picked up on and told me off for.
Was it an F word?
No,
oh dear. No. So, what were the odds on?
My maths is poor at the moment because I'm tired, but I stuck a fiver on and I'd have got just under 200 quid.
Damn.
Gambling's bad. Don't do it.
Yes, of course. It's true. Don't. Brentford had only failed to score against Manchester City in the league this season up to that point.
I didn't know that.
And I would say they never really looked like scoring. They had like a little flurry of chances when they made all their subs, but they were more like from outside the box. Nothing, I could barely call them chances. And yeah, you said it earlier, Hesketh, we just saw the game out comfortably, really, which probably plays into the atmosphere a bit more. It's like we're quite good at that, at just killing games and nothing happens, which isn't the best thing to watch in the world, but, you know... You take the 2-0 win and you leave with it. The only disappointment, again, pretty much like the Liverpool game, you get Kamada injured at the end of the game and has to go off. Has there been any news on that one?
Not that I've seen. It was a pretty robust challenge, I think they called it on telly. Looked a bit late. Not like high or whatever, but he definitely proper clattered him. Hopefully he was able to sort of walk it off, but nothing that I've heard.
Yeah, I don't like he won the ball. It was one of those ones where it's kind of both getting there at the same time kind of scenario. Yeah. But he did look to be in pain. But we see it out. It's 11 Premier League games unbeaten at Selhurst Park now. And it was our, again, courtesy of CPFC for doing this, our 100th Premier League home win.
Okay.
Albert, would you like to guess which team we have the most home Premier League wins against?
The team that we've beaten at home the most in this spell in the Premier League.
Just no, all spells in the history.
All spells.
That was our 100th Premier League win.
Oh, sorry, ever. Okay,
ever. So the team that we have the most against is 9 games, 9 wins. The next best is 5.
Okay, it's a real stab in the dark. Is it Aston Villa?
Correct.
Yes.
They must just fucking hate us.
Yeah, 100%.
Just like, how are we that much of a bogey team for someone? It's ridiculous.
Take
9.
David
that's a whole 9% of our Premier League home wins against Villa.
Hesketh's over the moon because Tom Hanks is a Villa fan.
Exactly. Take that, you boring twat.
I actually watched a Tom Hanks movie the other day.
It was Tom Hanks' season on Film 4, and I tried to find a link for it, sent to Hesketh, but there was no official link for it.
You fell asleep before you could.
I read a book called Cloud Atlas.
Oh yeah,
which
meant to be a very good book.
I thoroughly enjoyed the book. I thought it was great. The film, they fucking butchered it, and Tom Hanks is in the film.
No comment.
There is at one point where, because he has to play loads of different characters in the film, and there is one point where he's playing an Irish gangster, and his accent leaves a lot to be desired. To be fair. Yeah, but anyway, I thoroughly recommend the book if you haven't read it. It's by David Mitchell. No, not that one.
Fair enough.
Another one, apparently. So yeah, the games don't stop coming. A bit like, is it David Mitchell who's in like more games this Friday? That's that whole
Yes.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And again, Southampton take on Portsmouth in another game of football. Yes, AZ Alkmaar, who are coached by Martin Martins.
Right.
Oh,
That's taking alliteration to a new level, that is.
Martin Martins. Nice.
Martin Martins. And Alkmaar formed in 1967, not 1867. They're not trying to do a palace.
Are they sure?
Apparently, yeah, formed in 67 when Alkmaar 54 and FC Zaanstreek merged to become AZ Alkmaar.
Didn't Alkmaar 54 sing "I'm Blue Double D"?
Very good.
It's nice shit.
Was that Eiffel 50? Was it Eiffel something?
I hate to say it was Eiffel 65.
Eiffel 65.
I don't like that I know that, but
I'm pretty sure they're Italian. Fuck knows how I know that.
They are.
Oh, there you go. Eiffel Tower is not even in Italy.
Do you know what the actual words are to that song?
It's something like "I'm blue, something, I'm not green," or something like that, isn't it?
Excuse me?
It's "I'm blue. If I was green, I would die. If I was green, I would die."
I'm not having that. I'm calling absolute fucking bullshit on that.
That's the words, mate.
No, it's not. The song on paper is called Blue brackets Dubba D.
I don't think it is.
It fucking is.
I've never seen Albert this livid in all my life. He's gone red.
Stop.
He's gone blue.
He's got 65 wrong.
He's red.
This is the best wind-up ever. It's so good.
Eiffel 65 blue brackets Dubba D single. Read it and weep. Thank you.
No, it was a video that was released as a joke to wind people up. About if I was green, I would die.
Really?
Yes.
Oh dear. Let's trim that bit out, eh? Can you name the follow-up single for 10 points? No, me neither. No, I actually can.
What is it?
Move Your Body. Come on.
Great.
Well, that's what I think it's called. Terence might have other fucking opinions on it.
But Alkmaar are
football. Yeah.
Having a great season, to be fair to them. Despite getting spanked 4-0 by Larnaca, but they did go down to 10 men after 2 minutes. Outside of that, they're having a really good season. They're well up there in the Dutch league. But I don't think it's going to be... I don't think they're going to come out and play. I think it's going to be having to break down a low block again, sadly. Which... Is it Glasner's kryptonite, Hesketh?
It seems to be. I mean, I definitely think that's what teams should do, because Fredrikstad and Larnaca kind of showed that we really struggle with it. I think especially if Wharton's not playing, he's one who can get the ball moving quickly or sort of get through those lines better than anyone in the rest of the team. Obviously, he's been ill, so isn't for sure playing. And it is something I think that Glasner has to figure out somehow. we're good at moving the ball quickly when we're in transition, as everyone knows. We need to move the ball quickly regardless in games like that. And I think it's one of those where, we say every time, if we score early, we'll probably be all right because then they have to come out. But the longer it goes on, the more we sort of try and force things. So, yeah, if AZ come out to play defensively, it probably won't be much fun to watch unless we score early. But you've got to trust that eventually Glasner will figure it out because he seems to have figured out everything else.
Yeah, and I think they're going to have a lot more quality on the counter than Larnaca had, which obviously sounds ridiculous because they did ping a 25-yarder into the top corner. But, it was from a Palace mistake in the end. But, yeah, so it will be a good test. I do hope that they will come out a little bit more than that and maybe we can pick it apart. But it doesn't help with Nketiah being injured because you'd probably want him to start because his movement can maybe make things happen. Sarr, you probably give Sarr a rest. Sarr, we all know, operates far better when he's got space to exploit. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. You kind of almost want to throw minutes to Essay just to be like, he can dribble past people and make things happen in tight spaces and whatever. And, a bit classic like Wilfried Zaha in that sense of, can he make something happen? I'm not comparing Essay to Zaha in any stretch of imagination, but just like having...
Let's clip that bit. That'll get interactions. There you go.
We'll put it straight after If I Was Green, I Was Dying.
If Essay starts, I'll fucking die.
But, but even then, or like Uche or something, just use brute strength, force just to run through, like, because that's what he's shown. He's a very aggressive dribbler. So, yeah, like something like that. Aggressive dribbler. So, don't say anything about cockfighting. Don't do it.
I don't need to.
But then, of course, we've got the whole... we've got to think about Brighton as well on the Sunday.
Christ.
Where it has now been 640 days since Brighton last beat Palace.
Oh, that was that fucking Elise getting injured one, wasn't it? Oh, that's depressing to remember.
Was that Hodgson's last game in tow? Did he survive a couple more after that?
I think not many.
Because everyone thought that was going to be it, but it wasn't. But with Palace coming up, you wanted to share this, Hesketh.
And he saw the magic. He wears the magic now. And when he sees the magic,
I've clicked off of it.
Pull up.
We got the gist.
We got the gist. She does say flipping hell at the end, though.
She does.
Very cute.
Yeah, very cute. A shout out to our mate Dan Cooper. That's his daughter, Cora, who's obviously been taught very well and is going to obviously give it to Brighton on Sunday and expects fully for us to turn him over.
Yeah, I would have played the full clip if he hadn't done so much stuff for FYP, so...
Fine.
So fuck him. He only gets a section of the clip.
Maybe they'll play the second half of it for him
on the Patreon.
So this will be the first time ever in the history of Palace Brighton that a fixture between the two teams will take place when both teams are in the top half of the top flight.
Is that another CPFC?
Don't know. Probably. Sounds like one of his.
It's another good stat, though.
Have you come up with anything original? This episode.
Yes. I want to Dender. I talked about going to Dender against Royal Olympic Charleroi. Like, how original do you want?
Yeah.
I don't know. That could have been a ChatGPT yarn.
Yeah. Dender had a player called Ket, who literally played like he'd taken some.
Wow.
sat in the centre circle for 80 minutes.
Oh, he was shit. He missed the worst penalty as well. It was like so bad.
Did he play in the hole?
Hey.
He did. He did play in the hole. Excellent.
How are we feeling about the Brighton game?
Well, Mateta is very excited for it. If he hasn't run himself into the ground against Alkmaar, he's got some legs left. I mean, it's going to be a tough game now, as always. But Glasner's had the number over them a bit, hasn't he?
Albert, you look like you're about to say something very inspirational.
No, not this time. Well, listen, we're Brighton are no longer the media darlings, are they? Apparently, that's us. So, I don't think I haven't actually seen Brighton play at all this year. All I know is that they're top half, so they're not doing too bad. But listen, I don't want to sound like a football manager cliche. There's a whole other game before Brighton. And I want to get off, to be honest. So I don't really want to talk about another game as well. So.
Wow.
No, I think the slightly unfortunate thing, and this is, again, the price you pay for being successful in the old fixture congestion. I think had we beaten Larnaca, it's not to say we can rotate massively, and obviously, you do want to win your home games in the Conference League, and maybe, if there's such a thing, take your foot off the gas towards the end when you're playing. No disrespect, but the smaller teams in the competition. But obviously, the onus is on us to actually, we do need to win on Thursday. So I'm sure Glasner's obviously got that in mind. But at the same time, obviously, it's Brighton, isn't it? It's not a game that we'd be happy to. Oh, never mind. We rolled over for that one. We want to win that one as well. So it's probably one of Glasner's sort of biggest conundrums to date, actually, how to sort of manage those two things. And Wharton, again, don't know how close he is, but Wharton being a doubt as we sit here now. Kamada, don't know what he's like. And Ketia, obviously, it's what levers can he pull, really? I mean, there's none really to pull at the back. Not many can pull at the front, and then I'm thinking about it. There's not that many can pull in the middle, so it might be just a grin and bear it.
But I mean, they Brighton are shit away from home this season. They've only got one away win in the Premier League away from home, and that was Chelsea. But Chelsea doing Chelsea things and getting a man sent off when they were 1-0 up, and I think 2 very late goals. And they do. I think they've got 2 6-0 away wins, but against lower league opposition in the cup. But other than that, they even drew at Wolves, for fuck's sake. Like, how shit do you have to be drawing at Wolves?
Let's not clip that bit.
Lost at United. So, but these are things that we've all followed football long enough to know these are legit things that happen in seasons. You can't buy a win away from home or at home sometimes. And
no,
it's hard to explain why it's happening. But yeah, no reason not to feel confident.
Not at all.
Just to level things out, I don't feel confident.
Well, hopefully, as long as if the squad's all fit, can do little bits of rotation against Alkmaar, be strong against Brighton. Why not? Why not? After all, we are 11 games unbeaten at home. Shouldn't be fearing anyone.
To think that could be 13 before the week is out.
Well, no, because I'm talking about the Premier League, because we did lose to Larnaca. All right. Yes.
I didn't see that game.
Part-time fan.
And I'm not going on Thursday. That bundle's worked out really well for me.
Where are you on Thursday? Why are you not going?
It's Arthur's first parents' evening at his new secondary school, so I've got to do dad duties, and then the last It's a 3-hour parents' evening, Jesus, and the last appointment is at 5 to 8. So I'm at risk of missing fucking kickoff as well.
Is it just because you want to hang out with Ben White again? Is that why?
No, sadly not.
I've found out that my son has Jennifer Saunders' granddaughter in his class. Notice because she walks up to you and says, "Do you know who Jennifer Saunders is? She's my gran."
That's my gran. I just like to say my kids aren't at school with Ben White's children.
Oh, right.
Just for the record.
You just trick or treat at his house.
Went trick or treating in the roads where apparently, and obviously, there's a lot of Arsenal inclined people there. Saka, Odegaard, and Ben White all live within a stone's throw of each other. But there's rumours going around that Will Hughes's kids go to the same school as my youngest. But
they'll be quite easy to pick out, I would imagine.
What? Because they're proper gobshites.
Because they're swearing at all the teachers.
Yeah.
He absolutely left one. I forgot to talk about this on McAllister in that Liverpool game. Will Hughes.
Didn't see it.
Okay. Well, I was going to line up a Ben White not needing to dress up for Halloween because he looks like he's in costume all the time, but let it go.
Singer. Good one.
Brighton.
Take that.
Ex-Brighton. Right. Brilliant. It was good to be back. Sorry we missed last week. Maybe next week we're going to have a guest. Do you want to fill us in, Albert?
Yeah, well, listen, seeing as I was going to raise it at the time, seeing as you're talking about books, fucking nonsense ones with Tom Hanks in, hopefully we'll have Felix White on next week of Maccabees, Tailenders, and various fame, who's just released a book called Whatever Will Be, and I'm halfway through it, and essentially the crux of the book is Felix goes to a game in every round of last season's FA Cup, and we all know how that ends, but it's sort of interwoven with other things. But if you're interested in football, and obviously as a Palace fan, I'm sure the latter chapters are going to be really enjoyable. I can highly recommend it, and hopefully we'll have him on next week to talk about it in depth a bit more.
Nice. Couldn't get him on for a Fulham game, but you got him on eventually.
Well, now he's got a book to push. Yeah, he's all up for
it. He's all fucking ears all of a sudden, is he?
Yeah.
Well, great. Look forward to that. So that should be as part of next week's episode. But before then, we've got Alkmaar and Brighton to get through. No rest.
And Strasbourg tickets on sale tomorrow. It's a stressful week.
It is.
Strasbourg.
Yeah, especially now they've said that there'll be spot checks on tickets.
Yeah.
However, there is at Brighton away. There's spot checks on tickets there as well, and they never happen. Except for that one year when everyone had knives and knuckle dusters. But other than that...
Check this.
Right. Anyway, look, great to be back. Thanks, Hesketh. Thanks, Albert. And
cheers.
Until next time, up the Palace.
Hi, this is Robert Mays from The Athletic. The new Peloton cross-training Tread Plus is built to take your training to the next level. I've had a Peloton for the past 5 years. It has completely changed the way that I work out. It's completely changed my relationship to exercise. It's in our basement. I use it virtually every single day. I'm a huge fan of the platform. I'm a huge fan of the library of classes that are offered. I cannot recommend the program enough if you're looking for a way to change your workout routine and really lock in to improving yourself physically. Powered by Peloton IQ, it plans your workouts, tracks your progress, corrects your form, and gives you real-time coaching so you can push harder and see real results. And with the swivel screen, you can go from running to strength training with one smooth spin, keeping your routine balanced and your body ready for anything. Let yourself run, lift, flex, push, and go. Explore the new Peloton cross-training Tread Plus at onepeloton.com.
How do more than 100 million Fortnite players join the battle without lag? AWS is how Epic Games scales up to keep them in the action. AWS powers next-level innovation for millions of businesses.
Take control of the numbers and supercharge your small business with Xero. That's Xero. With our easy-to-use accounting software with automation and reporting features, you'll spend less time on manual tasks and more time understanding how your business is doing. 87% of surveyed U.S. customers agree Xero helps improve financial visibility. Search Xero with an X or visit Xero.com/ACAST to start your 30-day free trial. Conditions apply.